to prepare myself for Hey guys, what is up? My name is Henry Liu and I'm currently a student here at Vanderbilt University. So this video is going to be a story about how I discovered the key to success in college. It's just something that I wish I knew before I came to college. But before that, it's important that I share some important backstory. Again, I go to Vandy. My major is in neuroscience and I'm currently on this track called pre-medicine, or pre-med for short. But Henry, what is pre-med? So pre-med is a list of requirements that any undergraduate student needs to go through before they want to go into med school to eventually become a doctor. So this includes taking a bunch of super tough science courses, completing enough shadowing hours, taking the MCAT, pulling all-nighters. That last one was a joke. Hey Henry, so then why did you choose pre-med? Growing up, my parents really had an influence on me. Both my parents came to the United States when I was 6 months old with very little money. My dad was an organic chemistry professor, so he was super passionate about the sciences. And so with those two factors, their mentality was basically the financially safest job my son could have is probably gonna be in the medical field. Don't get me wrong, I am absolutely thankful for everything my parents have done to support me. Mom, Dad, if you're watching, please don't take this personally. But an example of a conversation would be, hey Dad, I wanna be a YouTuber. And my dad would be like, oh Henry, ha 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 ha. No. So with that, I grew up thinking that the only job for me in the future would be one that would be in the STEM field or in the medical field. Like research, being a professor, or being a doctor. So then came high school. To prepare myself for pre-medicine, I took all of these really tough science courses. Now don't get me wrong, I really found these classes interesting and I did well in them. But something was off. I was doing these classes because I wanted to become a doctor eventually, right? But other than financial stability and making my parents proud, I really didn't know why I wanted to be a doctor. The same dilemma came to me during my freshman year of college. I didn't know why I was a pre-med. I felt like I was being fueled by the wrong reasons, so my interest in medicine slipped as I went into my sophomore year. I had no motivation to continue this track, so my interest in pre-medicine began to drop significantly. I spent a couple months thinking about other possible majors, but none really seemed to interest me that much. I was so lost, and I just didn't know what else to do. So it was at this point during my sophomore year when I finally discovered the key to becoming a successful pre-med. It's the one thing that I wish I knew before I came to college. It's one word: passion. Passion is so important for success, and I realized I didn't have one that was fueling my journey towards medical school. I was letting the wrong reasons fuel my journey of pre-medicine when it should have been my passions all along that were driving me towards medical school. At this point, I looked back at my life and tried to figure out what I was really passionate about and what my hobbies really were. First one, in no particular order, was being social. In high school, I really found out that I loved to meet new people and be social and learn more about others. And that's why I mainly did student council in high school, and that's why I became a tour guide and a residential advisor in college. Second, nutrition and fitness. I just loved nutrition so much. It made me feel so much better about myself, and also it's fascinating to see how nutrition can link with things like biology and chemistry and really just determine how your body moves and interacts. In addition, working out and fitness and nutrition really allowed me to become the best version of myself and become the confident person I am today. I also wanted the same for others, so I really enjoyed helping my friends and my classmates stay accountable when it came to working out and eating right. So that brings me to my third passion: helping others. It sounds cheesy, right? But when I was a kid, my heart just really hurt when I saw people who didn't have homes to live in. When it was cold or stormy outside, all I could think about were the people outside who didn't have a shelter to protect themselves. So that's why I decided to work with Habitat for Humanity in college. I guess I just loved to see people be the happiest versions of themselves. That's why I loved shadowing doctors, because I just loved to see these professionals go and do their rounds, meet these new patients, learn more about them, and care for them and help them become the best versions of themselves. That's why I started a club in college to teach elementary school kids about nutrition in really fun ways. So I thought really long and hard about the passions I just listed and why I love them so much. And then just like that, my motivation for medicine snapped right back into place. I was fascinated by how proper nutrition can make you as a person feel better and how that can relate to the mind and the brain. I realized that I would love being a doctor because I would get to meet new patients and care for them and help them become the best versions of themselves. In high school, I thought that the only way to get into my dream college and eventually med school was to participate in things that seemed prestigious and elite. And now I know that it's your passions that impresses people the most and impresses yourself as well. Although I do wish that I realized this before college, I am very, very thankful that I was finally able to realize it in college today. Doing what you're most passionate about is what will make you the happiest person. And happiness is what makes you the most successful. Throughout this whole ordeal, I realized that the pathway to medicine will be a long and treacherous one if you don't have the right passions to fuel yourself. It isn't about having the most financially stable job or the most elite job. It's all about having that passion that'll catalyze your progress towards eventually becoming a doctor. So the point of the story is, don't ever listen to your parents. Just kidding. Boo! Use your passions to guide you through your life journey. So I'm currently a few months away from taking my MCAT, but I am in such a different place than I was a few years ago. Sure, I was a pre-med when I came into college, and I'm still a pre-med, but the key difference is that I know why I'm passionate about it and what is driving me towards med school. Find out what you're passionate about and wrap your life around that. So I hope you guys out there will get something out of this story. Whether you're currently a pre-med, thinking about pre-med, or just looking for some life advice in general, make sure to dig deep into your life to figure out your passions, just like how I found out my passions were, for example, in nutrition and fitness. If you guys have any questions, please comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for listening.